Hello everybody, mega goal 411 for meaning function, pages 30 and 31. Now let's take a look at the objectives. Number 1, present perfect progressive versus present perfect simple. Number 2, time expressions, how long. Number 3, adverbs of manner. Number 4, comparative forms of adjectives and adverbs. Number 5, then and as. طبعا راح نتكلم عن المضارع التام البسيط والمضارع التام المستمر. برضو راح نقارن بينهم. راح نتكلم عن التعبير عن الزمن أو time expression باستخدام how long. راح نتكلم عن adverbs of manners اللي هم نسميهم الحال. برضو راح نتكلم عن المقارنة في comparative، المقارنة بين شيئين في adjectives adverbs الصفات والحال. برضو راح نتكلم عن then and as. So right now please move on to pages number 30 and 31 and please follow up with me as I explain this lesson. So the title of this unit is called The Sporting Life 11 Form, Meaning and Function. Now let's take a look at the first one, which is the present perfect simple versus the present perfect progressive. أول حاجة ال present perfect simple اللي هي المضارع التام يتكون عادة من has or have plus the past participle اللي هو التصريف الثالث للفعل. طبعا has have eaten, has have seen, has have spoken وهكذا. هذا اللي أسميها ال present perfect simple. The present perfect progressive يتكون من إما has أو have been plus verb ing. So here has have been eating. Okay. طبعا انتم مفروض already عارفين has تجي عادة مع المفرد أو مع الشي والهي والإت third person singular. أما الهاف تجي مع ال I, you, they, we. Okay. والجمع. So this is regarding the formation كيف تتكون ال present perfect simple وال present perfect progressive. الآن نأتي إلى متى نستخدم كل واحد منهم. As for the present perfect simple, we use it to say how many things have been done. يعني كم من الأشياء سويتها. Here we focus on the number. So how many things have been done. This is regarding the present perfect simple. مثلا I have read 3 books. Okay. راح نشوف الأمثلة بعدين. As for the present perfect progressive, we use it to talk about an action that started in the past and has a connection with the present time. The action may or may not finish. طبعا هنا عادة نستخدمه لما مثلا بنتكلم عن حدث بدأ في الماضي ولا استمرارية في البريزنت في الحاضر. طبعا ممكن الأكشن هذا الحدث انتهى وممكن لم ينتهي. Also, we use it to say how long something has been happening and to emphasize on the result of the action. طبعا برضو نستخدمه للإشارة إلى المدة، مدة حدث الشيء، وبرضو عشان نركز على النتيجة، نتيجة الحدث. So this is in brief the difference between the present perfect progressive and the present perfect simple in terms of when do we use each one of them. So the present perfect نستخدمه للإشارة إلى how many things have been done. لكن the present perfect progressive الأكشن يكون started in the past and has a continuation or has a connection with the present time. The action may or may not finish. Also to say how long something has been happening and also to emphasize on the result of the action. Okay, so this is regarding هذا بالنسبة للفرق بين the present perfect simple و present perfect progressive. نشوف الأمثلة. I have read 3 books. Just let me highlight the verb. So have read هنا present perfect simple. مثل ما قلنا التركيز عادة يكون on how many things have been done. العدد النمبر. As for this one, I have been reading for 3 hours. Okay, so as I said previously, طبعا started in the past and it is continue يعني has a connection لها صلة the present time and the action may finish or may not, and also we focus on how long something has been happening. يعني المدة. okay, for 3 hours. okay, so you can ask how long have you been reading. I have been reading for 3 hours. برضو التركيز عادة يكون على result of the action, نتيجة الحدث. okay, so this is regarding يعني present perfect versus present perfect progressive. Now let's move on to the next thing, which is time expressions with how long. طبعا لما نبغى نسأل عن المدة نستخدم السؤال how long. نستخدمه طبعا مثل ما واضح مع ال present perfect progressive. طبعا هنا مع ال present perfect progressive خليني بس أرجع أذكركم يتكون من has أو have, okay, plus been plus verb ing. okay, so this is the formation. أستخدمها طبعا أستخدم مع how long هنا for و since. أبغى أوضح لكم بس الفرق بين ال for و since. ال for duration اللي يعتبر المدة. okay, as for since when the action began, متى بدأ الحدث. okay, فهنا duration for 2 months, for a year, this is duration مدة. for 3 years, okay, since متى بدأ الشيء, since 2010, since last June, since last December, منذ بدأ الشيء. okay, so this is regarding the difference between for and since, and again we use it with the present perfect progressive. Also we use all, so on, to talk about the duration of the action which may or may not have finished. برضو نستخدم all للإشارة إلى مدة الشيء. طبعا ممكن يكون الحدث انتهى وممكن يكون ما انتهى. all day, all week, all year, all my life. okay, so I have been reading all day. I have been watching TV or watching this series all weekend. okay, so this is regarding all, so on. okay, now right now we have talked about the present perfect progressive with the time expression how long, and when do we use for and when do we use since. Right now let's move on to the next thing, which is adverbs of manners. الادverbs اللي هم الحال. okay, we use the adverbs of manners to express how something is done. They are normally formed by adding ly to an adjective. طبعا بالنسبة للadverbs of manners اللي هو الحال يخبرك عن كيفية القيام بالشيء، وعادة الفورميشن أو it is formed normally by adding ly إلى الصفة. okay, خلينا نشوف هنا. So here I have the word slow. This is an adjective, so the adverb will be أضيف لها فقط ly عادة slowly. So this is the adjective and this is the adverb of manners. Quick, okay, this is the adjective again, وعادة الادverb عادة بإضافة ly إلى الصفة ف it will be quickly. As we said previously, it tells you how something is done, كيفية القيام بالشيء. So if you ask, for example, how does she drive? You can say she drives. Okay, so you want to say how she drives, كيفية يعني قيادتها. She drives, let's say, slowly. So this is the adverb of manners. هذا الadverb of manners which tells you or which expresses how something is done. خلاص? So this is regarding the meaning of adverbs of manners and how we form it. Okay? أو how it is formed. Now طبعا في دائما exception to أي قاعدة. فهنا sometimes an adjective and an adverb they have the same form. مش دائما نضيف ly إلى الصفة عشان نحصل عن الحال. أحيانا الصفة نفس الفورم حق الحال. خلينا نشوف. عندنا he is a fast runner, he runs fast. So here he is a fast runner. In this sentence الأولى is an adjective. وتعرفون الصفة تصف عادة الnoun. This is an adjective. He runs fast. How does he run? He runs fast. So this is an adverb. لو تلاحظون الform of the adjective and the adverbs, they have the same form, or it is the same. Okay. Now let's take a look at the next example. He is a hard worker. He works hard. So here in the first sentence, it is an adjective. تعتبر صفة. So he is a hard worker. I'm describing him. But in the second sentence, he works hard. This is an adverb. How does he work? تصف كيفية عمله. So he drives, he works hard. يعمل بجد. Anyways, the adjective form is the same as the adverb form. This is what we mean by sometimes an adjective and an adverb have the same form. مع أن في استخدامهم بالجملة أتوا part of a speech مختلف. يعني هنا جات الصفة الأولى he is a fast driver, والثانية جات كحال اللي هي he runs fast. Now let's take a look at the adverb from good. طبعا مثل ما قلت لكم الكل قاعدة فيها يعني شواذ. أو يعني في أشياء تخرج عن القاعدة لا تتبعها. The adverb from good هنا good is الصفة as well. الصفة بتكون adverb بيكون well. So this is the adjective. بينما الصفة منها الحال منها بيكون well. يعني good الصفة الحال منها well. Now can Ali drive? Yes. He's a good driver. So this is good is an adjective. صفة. He drives well. Okay, so how does he drive? He drives well. This is an adverb. فمثل ما قلت لكم الحال من good well. Okay, so this is regarding adverbs of manners, and right now let's move on to the next thing, which is the comparative forms of adjectives and adverbs. طبعا الcomparative اللي هي المقارنة بين شيئين. Okay, طبعا من الadjectives من الصفات وكذلك من الحال. طبعا خلينا أول قبل ما نشوف الأمثلة أوضح لكم تقسيم الصفات. عندنا أول adverbs. عندنا short adjective or adverbs. طبعا المقصود بالshort إنهم يتكونون من one syllable. okay, مثلا fast, hard, slow. لما ننطقهم يتكونون من one syllable مقطع واحد. عادة الcomparative منه من يكون الadjective أو الadverb وتضيف لها er. So here fast, the comparative will be faster. Hard, harder. Slow, slower. Okay, so this is regarding to the short adjective or the adverb المقصود بها اللي تتكون من one syllable. As for the long adjective or the adverbs طبعا اللي تتكون من more than two syllable أكثر من one syllable. يعني هنا difficult, carefully. Okay, هنا عادة أضيف more الادجكتيف أو الادفيرب. يعني ما أضيف أي شيء إلى الصفة أو الادفيرب، فقط أضيف قبلها إما more أو طبعا هنا ممكن تكون less على حسب المعنى اللي في الجملة. So more difficult, more carefully. طبعا عندنا صفات وحال برضو مثل ما قلت لكم لا يتبعون قاعدة معينة. ف good الcomparative will be better than. Okay, as for bad it will be worse than. Okay, طبعا في الصفة في المقارنة برضو راح أضيف هنا يعني than لما بكون نستخدم comparative. Anyways, okay, so right now let's move on to look at the examples. Okay, now adjective comparative. The youngest athlete was fast than all the others. هنا comparative طبعا one syllable أو short adjective فبتكون faster than all others. Now football is thrilling than basketball. هنا بيكون طبعا more لأنها a long adjective or more than one syllable adjective, so more thrilling than basketball. طبعا هنا مثل ما قلت لكم بالنسبة لمور على حسب ممكن نستخدم less بس على حسب المعنى. Okay, as for here, adverb comparative, the man climbed high and high up to the mountain. طبعا هنا it will be higher, okay, and higher up to the mountain. The earthquake got stronger and the wall shook violently, so it will be here more violently. Okay, so this is regarding the comparative adjectives and adverbs, and right now let's move on to the next thing, which is than. طبعا نستخدم than and as. We use than مثل ما قلت لكم للمقارنة بين two people, animals, things, ideas or situation. Okay, فهنا المقارنة. The athletes trains harder than all the other athletes. Okay, now harder than للمقارنة بين طبعا two people, animals, two things, ideas or situation. Now as for as نستخدمها to show that two items are the same in the same way. خلاص. مثلا skiing is as dangerous as snowboarding. يعني هنا معناها ان skiing و snowboarding لهم نفس الخطورة. فهنا as استخدمت to show that two items are the same in some way. متشابهين بنفس الطريقة. بالنسبة as طبعا هنا as الأولى نحط هنا الصفة. اوكي، طبعا الصفة طويلة قصيرة، هنا الصفة أو irregular لازم تكون بدون أي إضافات. مثلا as good as, she is as good as her friend, she is as clever as her friend. يعني هنا تجي بالنص الصفة بدون أي إضافات. بس أوضح لكم as dangerous as snowboarding. طبعا بالنسبة للنيجاتيف not as to show طبعا عكسها. To show two items are not the same way. Not. Okay, just let me highlight the word not. So the fold up bike or bicycle is not as bulky as a regular bicycle. Okay, so here not as bulky. طبعا هنا not الأولى not وقبل as الأولى bulky as this one. So to show that the two items are not the same way. يعني هنا عكس as not as. Okay, so this is regarding than and as. And right now, let's move on to pages number 31 and let's take a look at the example here. Now there is here, read the advertisement from winter ski vacations and complete the gaps with the appropriate words. مطلوب انكم تقرؤونها الإعلان وتكملونها بالappropriate word، الكلمة المناسبة. خليني أشوف بس couple of them, the rest you can do them by yourself. There is more to a winter trip than just skiing. Are you thinking of going on skiing vacation? Do you ski as well as your family? If not, then do not despair. There is a lot more to a trip to the snow than skiing. والبقية بإمكانكم تكملونها بأنفسكم. I have already answered it in advance. ممكن تحاولون تجاوبونها بأنفسكم وبعدين you compare your answers to what I have written here. Just one thing, also an exercise on page number 30. Let's move on to it and let's just take a look at it. You have here to read the words in the chart below and find the sport that connects them and complete the chart below with the name of the sport. طبعا عندنا يعني كلمات المفروض انكم تشوفون إيش الكلمات اللي إيش الرياضة إيش الرابط بينهم والرياضة اللي توصفهم مثلا. okay. مثلا هنا number 3 snow, slopes, mountain, gloves, snow boots and ski. skis بتكون skiing. okay. والبقية ممكن تطلعون عليها وتحاولون تحلونها بأنفسكم. You compare again your answers to what I have written here. So right now we have reached the end of the lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed it. كالعادة بنزل لكم الملخصات على قناتي على التلقرام، ملخص للقاعدة، أو برضو بحط لكم رابط صفحتي على الانستقرام if you would like to follow me. And don't forget again to subscribe, share this video with your friends and hit the like button. Till next time, have a good one.